ass nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm two-sided, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on you, PK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag with you? I'm a bad getter, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming as UPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that one Westworld shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you one body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft ass. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talk to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correction, real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for him, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be bout it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashes, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and fringing for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah, either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look, and if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West, Lost Tribe.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM.
One West to the death till they bury me.
Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Mathkoya.
One West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna. Live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. That's the white man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Indians, brother, then you're going to be able to do something. The whole reason I'm in here saying these things to you, because these things are supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got a kingdom coming.
Well, go on, Priest, you good?
What's going on?
Listen, man, I'm hearing you, man, you ISUPK brothers be talking about the Jacobites that was in Scotland were originally black. You, man, ain't reaching that.
Listen, put that on the TV right there. You'll see it. This is the transportations. If you look right there, it will let you know Robert Adam, brown, William Bow, black, Dougal Campbell, brown complexion, black, brown. I see brown, black, brown, black, brown. This is all the Jacobites that was shipped out of places like Ireland and so forth. This is the transportations.
Right.
So this is giving you the complexion of the Jacobites that was shipped out of these places to Barbados and other islands in the West Indies.
Yo, that's mad. So it's saying what? Robert Adams was a labourer and he was what? Brown faced. William Bell was what? Black, curled hair. Damn. That's deep, man.
Which means what as well? Which also means black people was in Europe. Why? Because they ruled the Dark Ages. So that's why they was in Europe.
You man are cold at history, man. All right, man. Shalom.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and I'm blessed. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves, while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and I'm blessed. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUBK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
This a Batman too. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. I already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one west practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it all when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Win the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
Amazing honor don't lack no soldiers. Through the spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yahanna, ESUPK.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Yeah. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yashai Thumb.
Yeah,
Yahweh Shem Yashai to all the sisters, all the brothers. Big up Commander Yahanna and that outstanding task was out there, man. If you wasn't in Houston, man, I don't know who you is or what you're into, but you ain't. I don't think you're part of us, man. I don't think you're there, man. Listen, it was an outstanding time in Houston. I ain't never seen the countryside like that, boy. I listen. I think they could get me to buy another plane. The only plane ticket I buy is to go UK. After that, bro, I think I might drive to California. I might drive to Canada. Yo, I'm gonna turn into a road dog on y'all with these Passover trips on these cookouts. God damn, brother. You know, the American is the devil, but the land is of the Lord. Beauty and that shit. Sako, I mean, you would know, you down there. I had to call for hun, but I drive over this bridge and this marsh, swampy land. Brother, but it looked cold as could be. It looked just so cold out there, brother. It looked, I mean, that was an insane view. Insane view. And I think there's some other famous bridge in closer to New Orleans over some stretch of water, like 25 miles or something.
Sir. I believe it's the bridge over Lake Pontchartrain down there in Louisiana.
You're running to water too. Yeah, man. I think they say people get panic attacks on that bridge. It's so goddamn long. Yeah, I want to go. I'm driving on that one next time. I'm going on that joker right there, brother. Like, bro, this land here is absolutely outstanding to see.
And so, like I said, if I can add to that, when you take a road trip like that and you get to travel, you get to see just how much open land there is. Like our oppressor acts like there's no land and we're running out of space and these are immigrants and all this and that. When there's swaths of land that is open and available, but the devil doesn't want us to be self-sustained. He's not gonna allow us to just go and do like Joseph had us do in Egypt in the land of Goshen. Right. There's enough land where if they would just leave us alone, we could go and serve the Lord and build it up, and it would be a mighty, amazing thing. But our oppressors, the devil, the Bible speaks of, and he makes it seem as though the only places where we can live are in these cities where they run these rents up and, you know, all of the evils that come along with the way that they've structured this society. But getting the opportunity to hit the road and just seeing, like you said, Cap, the land is beautiful. So like,
it's definitely something to see. Is absolutely something to see, and not only though he wants you not being able to fend for yourself, but it kills your hope if you think it's finite when really, relatively speaking, the land is infinite. When you think about the stretch of land that nobody living on, and he, like Commander Yahanna always say, you packing people into these cities, you know, and you damn near living on top of people. You know what I mean? You living on top of people and shit. And you take a trip and you driving for hours and not, you know, no kind of development like that. You might see one house somewhere and you cutting some, you know, trees. Forget about if you're flying over that whole middle where it's just desert. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing to see the land, brother. It's amazing to see what, you know, what these people have. You know what I mean? So and Passover was absolutely outstanding. The whole week was insane. Everything came off like it should. You know what I mean? And it, you know, we get to once again share in something that is old and traditional and, you know, historic in the destruction of Egypt by us just killing a lamb. You know what I mean? And following what Moses and obeying what Moses said, you know, to be able to keep them traditions even till this day. This is amazing, amazing thing. You know what I mean? It's our culture. It's our culture. And while Iran has their culture, and the Houthis have their culture, and Jordan and Lebanon, and they have their culture, and they fight for their culture. They fight for their culture. They fight each other for their culture. Like, what will you do to make sure yours live?
Right.
What would you do? What sacrifices would you make to make sure your culture never ever dies? You know what I mean? Come on, please. So I'm telling you where you are right. So I'm thinking I could drag so back to the DMV. So I'm saying, I staying where the brisket is.
Still long in each tongue. Still long in each tongue.
You see, they don't turn him a warrior. He ain't say Houston, he said H-Town.
And so like, you know, like every time, you know, like you come to the Passover, like for myself, I speaking, you know, it's like, you know, actually seeing the words inside of the Bible, it's starting to come to reality now. Because it's like, you know, the men before us, or the prophets are old, you know, they won't speak nothing of their own, you know, they're speaking the instructions given to them by the Most High God. And them instructions pass on, and Commandant General Yahanna does that profoundly to make sure that brothers and sisters in this school, right, in the truth, actually get a eye opener in being part of this. And it's like, you know, is nothing that could be explained, but the presence of being there is just like it was, you know, glorious in the sight of the Lord to see that, you know, brothers and sisters crying unto the Lord and asking the Lord, hey, deliver we from this place, because this place, but it was a glorious Passover as usual.
Yeah. 100%, 100% all the way right.
So, like I said, if I could, you know, one of the things that I take away every year when we're able to make this, you know what I'm saying, track to come together is the Lord understood the need for us to gather together. You know what I'm saying? When I remember when I first came into truth and understood the Passover, in essence, it's like a family reunion. The Lord said once a year, y'all gonna get together and see each other, salute each other, spend time with each other. And it's a beautiful thing over the years, you know, being in the truth. You get to see, like I get to see Sawap. I know if I don't see him, you know what I'm saying, the other time at the Passover, we're gonna get a chance to chop it up, have a conversation, and just touch base and talk to each other, you know what I'm saying? Over the years, brothers have, you know, families and children grow. You get to watch them kids go from, you know, newborn in the bassinet, then they walking and they talking and they boy playing basketball, running fringes. The sister got on the dress. It's just a beautiful thing to watch, to keep up with each other. And man, being in this time before the truth, many of us, whether we came from a big family or small family, we lost that togetherness. We lost that sense of the importance of gathering together, of staying close. And the Lord made sure that we would have that in the truth. And it's a beautiful, amazing thing. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance. I touched base with a warrior and his brother at the Passover. Got a chance to talk to them. And I remember when they first Passover coming in the truth. And it's just, you get a chance to relive those moments yearly. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us a chance to catch up with each other, talk to each other, see one another. And it's such a glorious occasion. You know what I'm saying? So you brothers and sisters out there, you know, if you're new into the truth or, you know, you're on the fence, Man, this is the home of the brotherhood and sisterhood that Christ told us we would need to have in order to gain access to the kingdom of heaven. And we're living it. You know what I'm saying? In these times that are trying with all the stuff going on in the world, Salakia Cap, I don't believe I checked my phone for about 5 days.
Brother.
You know, Cap, what's going on? I'm like, in my mind, I'm damn near like, damn, I'm missing all the news updates. I'm missing all this. Because we were in such a spirit of this is all that matters, is that we're here. You know what I'm saying? This society could have fell apart. Anything could have happened, and we would have been all right because we had each other.
That's right.
Brother, we were in a legit other country, I was talking to Captain Akkad about this recently, like you come into the truth, brother, it's really like you in another country, or you almost in a way, I'm talking about with the separation, not the actual physical place, but like prison, or you got deployed, like you saw military, you get deployed, you off somewhere and you just stationed out there. Like you come in here, brothers, sometimes the world it stands still outside. And you don't really, not that you're losing touch, but it's like you're in a different place in here. It's so different, and the rules, the laws, the culture is so different. When we all get together, you could forget outside, and you could really just forget about outside and just live up in here to the fullest. We go everywhere now, and the owners are all impressed. The hotel, the staff will always have good things to say, the venue. You know what I mean? Because they get to experience the world that we live in every day. You know what I mean? It's something outstanding, for us to witness and see. You know what I mean? What's going on, Cap?
Hey, shalom.
Listen, Cap ride a horse back all the way to Maryland. I don't get you now that garment, yo, but Game of Thrones, you all need to go see Nanthak in that garment. All Nanthak was missing was that sword from that Jon Snow with the wolf head on the end. And a big dialogue next to him. God damn, man. Nanthak was like a cross between the Night King and one of them other heroes. God damn. Yeah, man.
It was good.
Passover was outstanding, man. It was absolutely outstanding. And it does something for your spirit. It recharges your spirit too.
Absolutely.
I know brothers ready to get back and sisters get back and get to work. All about it and get in there and get to work. So, you know what I mean?
If I could, sir.
Yeah, please.
Also, as I was at the Passover, right, and I was just thinking about it, no religion on the earth has anything that they do yearly that's tied to their personal history. I mean, they always adapt something from some other culture, and none of it is real. I mean, I'm looking at the Passover. This is the Lord that sanctioned this. I mean, and everybody's there to observe what the Lord said we should do every year. And it was definitely, an honor to be there amongst the brothers and sisters. I mean, it was just an amazing time, man. And it was an awesome one. Slack sir.
Yeah, it was. Definitely was, man. See some new faces too. Always seeing the old faces is good. You know what I mean? But seeing the new brothers and sisters is, is outstanding. It's good for the spirit.
Yeah, I had to say to water. I want to say to water to them brothers who got more the mother. Last year. Literal murder. You know what I mean?
Guys, man, brotherhood is a weapon. Now, if I could have seen him down there, legend has it, he's still down there right now. Yeah, man.
I dug a hole in the mud. I mean, to water. I mean, you brothers out there who helped me. I mean, reach out, man. You know what I mean? See what I could do.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's another person saying the same thing you were saying, Sakji. Say this is 90s best era. Say I forgot about everything outside for the moment of Passover week. Speaking to people I didn't know like I knew them. Excellent hospitality. Oh, sorry, Christ, man. And listen, I've heard this multiple times where people come in for the first time and they said they didn't feel like a stranger. And they were strangers. You know what I mean? So this is how it should be amongst blacks and Latinos, man. Listen, you had to give it up for La Raza. Well, La Raza came in there this God damn La Raza. Good night. The Carnales.
Yeah.
In there with the whole up, down, and side to side. And listen, man, the whole crew, they're gonna start putting out content. You all will see what we're talking about shortly. But it was an amazing time. You all just stay tuned with it. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the footage, the video, the pictures, everything. You know what I mean?
So like I said, if I could, to all the brothers and sisters, like you said, who came, may have been their first time, you get to live what the scripture says when it talks about, the stranger that's going to dwell among us. Because of Christianity, a lot of brothers and sisters read those stranger scriptures in the Old Testament thing is talking about heathens. Man, the stranger is the brother or sister that move into move to the hood from another neighborhood, another place. You know what I'm saying? They're a stranger because we may not be familiar with their family or grew up with them. They just moved into the neighborhood, but the fact that they live here, we know that they are people. You know what I'm saying? So for them brothers and sisters, man, you come to the Passover, I might have never seen you a day in my life, but the fact that you here gathered with us, I know you my brother. I know you my sister. You know what I'm saying? And the amazing thing about the truth is I remember when the Passover was in a room. You know what I'm saying? We go to a event space and get a little room, and it's 100 people in that room. We had a whole ranch packed out, and there's brothers that's coming up saluting me and talking to me and pouring drinks, and we chopping it up. And it's like I'm not even trying to remember names anymore. Like I remember faces, but I try not to even remember names. I'm the I'm that brother now. Like shalom, shalom, priest, and you know what I'm saying. I don't even bother brothers to, you know what I'm saying, to shame myself by trying to say the names. But that's an amazing thing because there was a time when I made sure to try to commit every brother's name to memory. Now it's faces and cities. Shalom, Mark. You down there with Captain I thought, man, what's going on with you? It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if I could, for some of the younger brothers that may not have been around for long, man, I remember Commander General Yahanna told us this is what it was going to be. Back in those days when it was just the DC school, the Philly school, you know what I'm saying? We was having councils. He would say, man, one day this thing, y'all keep serving the Lord and staying strong, man. The Lord gonna let this truth spread. There's gonna be so many brothers and sisters, different countries all over the world. They're gonna be coming here, and we're gonna be building them up strong. And man, to be able to witness it and to see it is like Captain Mashak said, it's refreshing, and it's confirmation that you are doing what the Lord said to do. Nobody understands outside of us what it is that we're doing and how it is that we're living. The Bible to them is a book. To us, it's life. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the Lord allows us to get that confirmation and to reaffirm that the things that have transpired in our lives that brought us here was the Lord's doing. And it's always a glorious and amazing thing. It just continues to get more glorious and more amazing as the time goes by. So like that, yeah.
That's it. All right. So,
Salaki, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we was talking about your garment cap. It was some garmenting this year, Salaki.
Yeah,
I don't know where these brothers at, man, but Issachar came out with the Aztec garments. They came out with the garments on the walls. You know what I'm saying? I see some brothers down there in Texas, man. They had all types of leathers mixing and matching. I gotta go make a phone call. I don't know. I get some money coming in. I'm about to make Israel gonna take all the money. I'm about to be flying in a way you could not imagine. I'm be moving to Henny Memphis streets. They're like, man, who is this cat walking around like an angel? I'm like, but it's the time is now that the Lord is going to magnify this culture. The world has been seeing it. They've been trying to copy Captain Nythok style. They've been trying to copy. I remember Captain Yagarwab started doing the jean jackets, throwing this, you know what I'm saying, shit on there. They tried to copy it. Man, they not gonna be able to mess with what the Lord doing now. I seen Officer Hazahab out of New York had Gucci garments in the junk. It was brothers in the Passover with designer garments. I'm like, man, y'all doing it the most biggest. You know what I'm saying? And so like if I could, the spirit of the Lord is so great and so glorious in that. I remember we used to be competing with each other.
Yeah.
When I first came in, one year, Captain, I don't want to mess it up. I think it might have been General Q though. General Q came in with the Yawasop garment with the with the different colors.
Yeah.
And I remember the time thinking like, man, that shit cold. I don't know how he did that, man. He got the different colors with the Mitri that had the different colors. I'm like, man, it's just crazy. And brothers just keep raising the bar, keep going up. You know what I'm saying? That was one time I used to try to compete. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a Flyers garment this year. I have gracefully bowed out. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? I stay in my little lane. I try to do my thing. But what the brothers is doing is absolutely amazing. They're getting their wives involved, brothers and sisters, their garments matching, and you could tell they took the same stretch of leather, cut half and made his garment, cut the other half, she made her dress to put the kids thing together. I mean, it's absolutely amazing that the Lord has allowed us to reclaim a culture that's been in the Bible for years that nobody could touch because they aren't those people. And now that the Lord has given us the opportunity to take hold of it and capture it and bring it to life, like we're living it. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like we're repping. You know, son, as the first Maccabees 14:9, where it said the ancient men sat in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel. That's what you saw. You know, like brothers and and sisters, like and that should show you the spirit of the Lord. The Bible says, "Ye are the salt of the earth." You understand? Then these oppressors, they can't do what you do, what we do. They can't do it. No matter how they try to do it, they can't do it. What they could do better than us is unalive and murder people around the earth. You understand? That's what they're good at. But they ain't good at being God-chosen people. Right. You know what I mean? Have that spirit. You understand? They don't have that spirit. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's right. Listen, Cap, I would say one more thing. I think that competition, that competitive spirit, Saka was talking about, is so people understand it's not a carnal competitiveness.
Right.
It's competing in, I want to look so fly for this our event.
Okay.
And somehow we never look the same.
Yeah.
We don't look the same. And it's like, damn, like a nigga with a fly garment will see a brother with another fly garment, like, shit, that shit cool. And the brother gonna be looking at him like, yo, that shit cool. Like, y'all admiring each other. I mean, it's what drives you to bring, a good garment to represent the Lord's culture. So it's a competition, but it's not like how people in the world think it's a competition. You say, I had a show. Men coming with that heat. I had a show. Sisters coming with that heat. Because the whole thing has to look glorious. Like I looked through some of them Passover pictures from before, and each picture is like, whoa, damn, whoa, zoom in, shit, look at the detail. It is like, and every picture is like that. We have such a unique look. Each brother has a unique look and style and flavor, and it look right. And it's such in the spirit of how, how Israel's supposed to be, how it was biblically. You know what I mean? So shout out to all y'all, man. Made that Passover glorious and worth every penny, worth every mile that I drove willingly and unwillingly. I drove some unwilling miles. And I had to sit and counsel with myself with my co-pilot. I had to sit down and really evaluate life. The Passover was worth it. You know what I mean? And my co-pilot is Tawab. Don't worry about them. Tawab, we made it there and back. I wouldn't have another co-pilot. Let me say it loud and clear. You know what I mean? But it was a glorious time, man. Definitely a glorious time, and it's our culture. It's good to see so many young brothers and sisters too, younger,
right?
Coming in and getting in the work and serving and helping and cooking, and it was just an amazing time. Really amazing, man. So yeah, let's get into this peace deal, man. Let's say 160 bomb. Yikes! Men doing drive-bys on them, man.
And people starving in this place, eh? Like they have money to, you know what I mean, to burn, literally burn. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Well, what story? That's the first one?
Okay, I think Arawa just sent a bonus one because that one happened over the last 24 hours. So he sent a second email.
Yeah, I see it right here, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like, can you hear me, sir?
Can.
Yeah, I see it. You see it? He sent one like earlier tonight, I think, or earlier this evening. It was just, I think it's just that one story.
Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah. Israeli attacks across Lebanon kills at least 254 after Iran-US ceasefire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sir.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Israeli attacks across Lebanon kill at least 254 after Iran-US ceasefire. Israel's army says it carries out the largest coordinated strike across Lebanon since its renewed war on the country. Israeli strikes have hit several dense commercial and residential areas in central Beirut without warning, killing hundreds of people and wounding more than 1,000 others. Hours after a ceasefire was announced in the United States-Israeli war on Iran. Lebanon's civil defense said at least 254 people were killed and 1,165 others were wounded in the attacks on Wednesday. Health Minister Rakan Nassereddin said Lebanon was facing a dangerous escalation after Israel launched more than 100 airstrikes across the country. Ambulances are still transporting victims to hospitals. We urge international organizations to assist the Lebanese health sector, Nassereddin told Al Jazeera. Israel's army said that it had carried out its largest coordinated strike across Lebanon since it started a new military operation in the country on March 2nd. The attacks targeted areas in Beirut, the Bekaa Valley, and southern Lebanon. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said the attacks targeted Hezbollah infrastructure. The Israeli military carried out a surprise strike on hundreds of Hezbollah terrorists at command centers across Lebanon. This is the largest concentrated blow Hezbollah has suffered since Operation Beepers, Katz said in a video statement, referring to a major 2024 operation against Hezbollah involving pager bombs.
And lo and behold, they include that. They had to include that, right? Why? Because what did it tell us after the pager bomb? That Hezbollah is what? Weakened. They said Hezbollah is weakened, huh? But lo and behold, Hezbollah somehow is stopping them from advancing on the ground. So guess what these cowards do? They just drop bombs from the air. You understand? Like that and then use the media to somehow, you know what I mean, make the world seem as if they're fighting, you know what I mean, they're fighting terrorists. When they're the terrorists. You understand? They're the ones that are terrorizing people. You know what I mean? Trying to steal land that don't belong to them. You understand? And then complaining when, you know what I mean, when people fight back. You understand? It's the same thing. I mean, that's why they don't want black people learning about the history. Because we'll learn that some of us actually did fight back and resist the oppression. You understand? But they don't want you ever thinking like these other heathens think. You had to bow your head, you understand, and be an American and accept defeat But no, this for that over. You know what I mean? You want that? You want to accept defeat? You join the Christian church. You join, you know what I mean, them other Christian Israelite group. You want to accept defeat. You know what I mean? You do not want to accept defeat. You come join the UPK. We show you how to fight. We show you how to get down. You understand? We show you that we're not accepting, you know what I mean, what they want to push on us. You understand? Anyhow, any more?
Yep, it's some more, sir.
Go ahead.
The Israeli military said most of the infrastructure that was struck was located within the heart of the civilian population, claiming that steps were taken to mitigate harm to uninvolved individuals as much as possible. Plumes of smoke could be seen rising over Beirut and the suburbs as panicked people rushed out onto the streets. The Lebanese Red Cross said 100 of its ambulances were responding to the attacks, and its teams were working to transport the injured to hospitals.
Good.
We could hear.
No, go ahead.
Okay. We could hear a series of enormous, deep, booming explosions coming not just from the southern suburbs, but many other parts of the city, Al Jazeera's Malcolm Webb said, reporting from Beirut.
So like I said, if I could, what the Lord is allowing the earth to witness is the terribleness of our oppressor. You know, there's a scripture in Jeremiah 49th chapter where it talks about the terribleness of Esau has deceived him. You know what I'm saying? This attack on Lebanon, like Captain Ayatak said, they are alluding to it's Hezbollah. We're attacking Hezbollah. But a couple years ago, when they did the pager bombs, they said Hezbollah was destroyed. And all this is them taking license to wage warfare on civilian populations so they can make the area where these people are living so inhabitable that they just leave. And they're just dropping bombs and destroying cities, and to make it so that the people that's living there is like, man, why would we even stay? Why would we even bother to try and dwell here? They're blowing stuff up. They want the people to just leave. And if the people won't leave, then they're going to push them out. What's taking place right now over there in Israel and Lebanon, in Syria, and all of those areas that surrounding that land is exactly what Tucker Carlson alluded to in that interview with Mike Huckabee. They are taking that land that they feel like was that they taking that land that Abraham was promised in the Bible in Genesis 15th chapter. They just doing it in the white man's usual lying diplomatic way. It's just like in what's the scripture? If we could pull the scripture, Psalms, I think it's the 51st chapter, where it says his words are smoother than butter. I think it's Psalms 51, 20.
55 and 20, sir.
Psalms 55. We can start at verse 19, I believe. But this is exactly that. They come on the news and they say one thing. We just wanted to protect our borders. We wanted to make sure that we were safe. We wanted to secure our people. You know, hell, even Donald Trump with all of his tweeting and all of his posts on social media, he sending out threats to Iran. Then he say we made a deal, ceasefire. As soon as he say we made a deal, ceasefire, here come Israel with 150 bombs dropped in Lebanon. It's like the earth is getting to see the character of these people. This is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
He is a liar. You understand? And it's how he lives. He lives by making treaties and making agreements. Then as soon as you turn your back, he breaks the treaty.
Right.
He stabs you in the back. You understand? And this is, I think, the most high for Commander General Yahanna and the ISUPK, because without the men of the Lord being able to understand this Bible, we would not know what we would not know what we're witnessing. We would not know what we're looking at. We would be stuck like the rest of the world wondering, well, what's really going on? There's a lot of confusion right now because of media, because of AI, because of they censoring stuff, not letting news get out of certain areas. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people aren't sure what's happening. Is there a ceasefire? Are the bombs dropping? Did America go and rescue the pilots, or did they lie and say that they got them? And really, Iran is blowing up all of the space, the aircraft that's flying over that land. So many people are confused, except for the men of the Lord. We know exactly what's going on because what's going on was recorded in the Bible. We know exactly who's to blame. We know exactly what's going on behind the scenes because the Bible lays it out plainly for us.
Sure.
These devils are not going to stop what they have and what they have determined that they're going to do, which is to take that land in the Middle East. Regardless of how many ceasefires, regardless of how many agreements, regardless of how many treaties they say they're going to sign, the Lord told us a long time ago that they are not a people that can be trusted to keep their word. So, like, if I can get Psalms chapter 55, verse 20.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. He had putteth forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Them people in Lebanon was at peace with them. Hell, Iran, before all this started, were at peace with them. When they blew up all them pages, last year, those people were at peace with them. Hell, when they came up, when they started rounding up our Hispanic brothers and sisters with ICE, throwing them in prison camps, deporting them out of the country, we were at peace with them. They have put forth their hands against the people that are at peace with them. Keep reading.
He had broken his covenant.
He broken every covenant. Over here in this land of America, they made over 150 treaties with the Native American Indians and broke every single one of them. Not one treaty was kept. Not one deal was honored. Not one signature on a piece of paper that they signed was recognized and held up. So when you ask what's the white man's reputation, when you ask why doesn't anybody trust them, when they look on the news and say, yeah, over there in Iran, they be saying death to America, and nobody seems to understand why. It's because you have always been who God said you were, which is the devil. And you've never kept your word and never kept none of your covenants. Keep reading.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, yet war was in his heart. Donald Trump ran for president on a platform of stopping foreign wars. Donald Trump said, I'm gonna get us out of Ukraine and Russia. I'm gonna make sure there's no wars in the Middle East. I'm gonna make sure we do this and do that. But what? War was in his heart. Oh, he couldn't wait to get back in office. And yeah, guess what? Donald Trump didn't just wage war on Iran. He didn't just wage war on Venezuela. He didn't just wage war on Cuba. Donald Trump waged war on white people in America.
Right.
Donald Trump waged war on Medicare and Medicaid. Donald Trump waged war on the government who was in charge while he was committing crimes for having the audacity to treat him like a regular person. Donald Trump tried to get the damn FBI director thrown in jail because the FBI director reported that Donald Trump did something illegal. Like, this is the character of the man that we're dealing with. They will burn and scorch the earth. Damn a rule, damn international law. Donald Trump is tweeting about war crimes. He told them people he was going to blow up all the power plants and all the bridges of a country that's got 90 million people in the middle of the desert. These people are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the Bible said, you understand, his mouth, the words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. Read on.
Was softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
His words were softer than oil. I'm talking about soft and slick, like that baby oil. Not the oil under the ground, not the crude oil. You put that baby oil on, Salaki, I know some women in my day that would put the baby oil in the bathtub and get in the bathtub. But when they come up out of that, smoother than oil. You understand? That's how they words. It sounds so smooth and so sweet talk you. As soon as you turn your back, here comes a sword to stab you, to stick you, to poke you up, and you lose your life because you didn't know that this man was the devil the Bible speaks of. Well, guess what? Now the Iranians have found out. Now the Jordanians have found out. Now the Lebanese are found out. And the entire earth is able to witness just how disgusting these people have always been. If there's ever been a time on the earth where somebody had an inkling of maybe white people aren't evil, maybe they aren't cruel, maybe they aren't the villain of the earth, these last 8 months to a year has definitely shown everybody that these people are the evil. And one more thing before I land. Because it's Donald Trump, because he's so stupid, because he's so unashamed, people look at it like, oh, this is the most evilest, worst cat that's ever been alive. Make no mistake, if Kamala Harris would have got elected, the same thing going on in Iran right now would be happening anyway. It would not have changed if it was somebody else. When Barack Obama was president, go look at all the bombing they was doing in the Middle East. Barack Obama was unaliving Arabs with drone strikes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was the thing to do. Nobody said nothing. Why? Because they were more professional. Their words were even more smooth then. You understand? The softness of how they spoke was even greater in the days of Barack Obama and George Bush and Bill Clinton and the first George Bush. They talked real smooth and real slick then. But go back and look at the records. Go back and look at the death toll. They have been killing and unaliving all over the planet the entire time that they've been in existence. It's just now because Donald Trump is such a buffoon and a clown, it seems like it's extra cool now. It seems like it's extra evil. But the white man has been the devil always. And now the Lord, like he said he would do, is allowing for the earth to see it. And that's how we know that we're getting closer to the time of our king returning. So like y'all yield.
Like, sir. So like what you're saying, Cap, is so heavy. And the only thing I can say, man, what I'm enjoying about this whole thing is all the heathen who never had to deal with this devil before. I mean, looking down on us all these years and saying we're lazy, we're this, we're that. They finally getting to meet that. Officer Kazak did a video on TikTok. I recommend anybody watch it about the difference between when Esau goes into your land and when he comes out. Right? And he said something so heavy and when he said, imagine being under this devil consistently for 400 years. I mean, you got a month, 2 months of him being in your land, and you're already crying and, you know, and trying to point out the injustices. Nobody ever cried for blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. I mean, so now if you're going to start crying for Gaza and cry for Iran, you're a hypocrite because you never cried for black people.
That's right.
You understand what I mean? Now you're going to have to face this devil on the level that we faced him. And you're not even facing them, like Kazak said, for 400 years. You're facing him for how long they've been in this war? A couple of months?
Yeah,
and already you're crying foul. So like I said,
no, go ahead.
You crying foul already and crying injustice, and you want now he's the devil. I mean, the devil is never the devil until he comes into your house.
Yeah.
Also, now he's the devil. So like I said, I yield.
Yeah. What you saying is heavy, Awarium. And what you bro saying is heavy too. Because you know what I mean, like now they're getting to see it. And the problem is they're gonna try to put a spin on it to try and get black people to come and join their fight.
Right.
You understand? And the spin on it is to try and lighten what they're going through to what the Native Indians went through, what the black people went through. Why you waiting until now to show a correlation? Why you waiting until now? Because these heathens always have to find the use for God-chosen people to try and put them at the top to go fight their cause. You understand? When black people should not fight any of their cause but their own cause. You understand? To try and stop this oppressor from writing our story, from from creating our story. You understand? From controlling our narratives. Like we're gonna have to come together and stop that. Once we come together and stop that, brother, you're gonna see the earth, you understand, recognize who we are. You understand? But the oppressor right now, he is in control. That's why the Bible says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You understand? If not, where and who is where he is. You understand? Like but they clearly showing you, brother, these so-called Israelis, these small hats, they have a die-hard doctrine. D-A-H. Let me get it for you. D-A-H-I-Y-A doctrine. Brother, where is the UN law? I thought the UN came up with laws. NATO came up with laws. So we don't have to go into this. So you don't have to witness a genocide taking place over again. Lo and behold, since you all don't want to recognize the genocide that was done to black people, that was done to the First Nation, the Hispanics, why now you want the earth to recognize what's going on in Gaza?
Right.
I don't understand where's the hypocrisy? What's going on in Gaza ain't nothing, you know what I mean? Ain't new. Ain't new. You understand? Right? Let me read this quick for you. The Die-Hard Doctrine. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. You understand? They say also spelled D-A-H-Y-A or D-A-H-I-E-H is an Israeli military strategy characterized by the use of large-scale, disproportionate force against both military targets and civilian infrastructure. You know what I mean? These people are, once you start reading the strategy, the doctrine, when it comes to warfare, they are Amalek in the Bible, who unalive the weak and the old at the back. They love to do that. You understand? To unalive people who can't do what? Can't fight back. Who can't throw fists at them. You understand? They love to do it. You understand? They Amalek in the Bible, and they behaving like Amalek today. They the worst of the oppressors are. The worst of the worst.
Yeah.
When it comes to, you know what I mean, when it comes to law, they break laws. They're a haven for pedophiles. You understand? You remember the person who was high up in their government, I forget his name, that the courts trying to solicit either a young boy or young girl into having sex. They caught him and they allowed him to go back to Israel. You understand? And now Israel is not letting him come back across it. And there's so many stories of, you know what I mean, of these so-called small hats being pedophiles and being able to run and hide undercover in Israel. You understand? And you calling yourself God chosen people. So you're trying to say God love that type of behavior? You must be crazy.
So like,
people. Come on.
It's like I said, it's like I didn't mean to cut you off too. And just to piggyback off what you said, Officer Warren and Captain Soccer War, I didn't think we got to touch on it just because of the Passover. And so I don't think we got a chance to touch on it. But Iran dropped a heavy video, propaganda video. Heavy, of course, meaning that they just coming out and admitting what we already knew. But they dropped a propaganda video about Israel and the United States. And the fact that everybody now is recognizing the white man as a devil. If you want to see the man of sin, the man of perdition be revealed, this propaganda video Iran put out, I'm like, well, this is surely a camp speaking. This is what the ISUPK has been saying since 1969. I can so like it, sir.
Because is that the one where there was bowing to Baal?
Yes, come on, and they showed the Statue of Liberty getting hit by missiles at the end.
Yeah,
but
yes.
But in the beginning of it, I thought it was funny how they showed different nations. They showed different nations that have been oppressed.
Yes,
by the white man. And guess who they started with, sir? In the beginning of the video,
the Native Indians, I think.
The Native Americans, sir.
Yeah,
they started with the Native Americans, and I said, so you all have always seen what has been happening to us,
right?
Yes,
you have always seen it. This is not new, but now that it's happening to you, now you are willing to call the devil out for who he is. But when the Native Americans called the white man a pitchfork, to speak with I forgot the phrase, fork tongue, right? When the Native Americans called him that, nobody heard that, nobody respected it, nobody took heed to it. Now you want to co-opt the Native American struggle and lump them in your propaganda video to prove the white man is a devil, when this is exactly what we've been saying. And the fact that y'all get to see it now, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad that you see it now, but this, like you said, like Captain Soccer War said, this is the proof that we are close to the end, because now hearing the white man is the devil is not evil. Hearing the white man is the devil is not racist. Hearing the white man is the devil is not far-fetched anymore. Now it's like, well, we now white people starting to separate themselves. Like, well, that was the British. Well, that's the Jewish. that's white people are now trying to put a separation between the different white groups that have done certain things, because even we are recognizing, okay, that's some evil things that our people have done. And so it's just the word of the Lord never returns back void. And I thank the Lord that we are in a place that is filled with prophets of God, because for sure the UPK has been saying this, and this is what brought me into the school. Hearing the white man is a devil is what was the missing piece to my entire puzzle of life.
Yes.
So to hear that and then to come in and now to see the world starting to come to that conclusion, it's like, well, surely the men of God who were saying this before it was popular are prophets of God. So like I said, and I don't know if we could get the video pulled up or not. I could try to pull it up on my end too. The video.
See and send it to Cap to see if he could be able to show it. But what you're saying is heavy too, because the phrase you're looking for is I believe is pale face speak with forked tongue.
Yes.
You understand? Like the native Indians was trying to tell you that years ago. You went and sat down with them to have a what do call it? The Iranians sat down with them to have a to agreement on the nuclear material.
Right.
They went and sat down with them twice. You understand? And got deceived when the native Indians was telling you, pale face speak with forked tongue.
Right.
Meaning what? You can't trust this man. What coming out his mouth? Whatever coming out his mouth on that day is to save him. On that day, he just telling you what you want to hear.
Right.
I guarantee you, these people, they're going to drop a nuke on them. I guarantee you. They're going to do it. They're going to have to do it, or else they're going to lose the image they have. You understand? And the oppressor, because of his pride, that image, God is going to have to bring him down.
Right.
You're trying to be in the Iranians' corner. You think the Lord gonna let the Iranians be glorious in the earth for taking the oppressor down? Are you crazy?
Right.
Are you crazy? You understand? When the oppressor had to go get black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people to go fight in his military, to win his wars, to save his behind. You understand? You had to go get black people to get America, to even start America off, to get America from Britain, to stop Britain from quelling the rebellion. They had to go get black people to fight off the British.
Right.
You understand? And you think the Lord gonna allow the Iranians to come take his glory, which he have in his people? You must be crazy. Them Iranians fit in to feel it. It ain't gonna be good, because you sat down and watched the oppressor deal with black people, First Nation people, and said nothing. And now all of a sudden you have a ton of cartoon, a ton of what do you call it, Lego, what do you call that? Like cartoon stuff about oppression.
Right.
Nah, nah. You handle the white man. You doing fine handling the white man. You understand? You handle him. You don't need our help.
That's right.
You understand? You don't need our help. And we don't need your help.
I got the video. I posted the video link in the private chat and on to Captain Shock his messenger.
Yeah, because they're doing a ton of that too, which means they had all this technology. They could have been trying to say, yo, you black people are the real Jews.
Right.
They're like, well, you want a ceasefire?
Yeah.
Why not come out and say it?
Yeah,
Putin, he playing around with it.
Right.
He have the evidence showing you. That will show you. He have the artifacts, everything in Russia right there to show who black people really are on the earth.
That's right.
And they're not doing it. Instead, they just want to trickle it out, like tease America with it. You understand? Tease them with it. Well, go ahead. We want to see a fight. Come on.
Yeah, and we're all bringing out it's so heavy now because this is why David in the prayer in Psalms 83 spoke about this because now they know. This is why, again, when we pray, always in our prayers for the Lord to do not to keep silent, because now these enemies already come together. They have a conspiracy. So now only when it fall at the doorsteps, like how you say, the only time it is feel it is when it reach home. Now it reaching home. It's reaching home to them now. And as it reach home now they're trying to draw everybody attention. It's like this is who he is. But everybody else know who he is as well. All the other nations know who he is. It's only now when we now telling our people, hey, the white man is the devil that the Bible speak of. They try to gravitate more because these religious leaders, these Christian, as we say, these pimps, who willing to take as we say, a pay or a gift to destroy your own people, and let it be, as we say, let it be known or seen that the ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna is the home of the truth. Because now we really care about Black people. We really care about Hispanic people, Native Indian people. Because why? We understand that we come from a long, a family lineage, which brothers disconnect because of what? Because of trying to walk after the ways or customs of these other nations. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, so now they're gonna have to really deal with it. They're gonna have to leave us out of their fight.
That's right.
Because ain't nobody fighting for Black people, but Black people, Hispanics and First Nation people. You understand? Like we should definitely just sit back and watch these heathens go at it, man. You understand? And Kazaki, have any more on that article?
That was the end on that one, sir.
That was the end of that one, right?
Yep,
and of course, as I said, that diehard doctrine that they have, is where they just, they bomb indiscriminately. They don't give you no notification, nothing about what they're gonna do. They're just dropping bombs on you. Well, guess what? We had to go through that. When our young boys go in your stores, them Arab stores, they like to make fun of them because we ain't growing up with fathers. You understand? Well, now we gonna sit back and make fun of you all who ain't gonna be growing up with our fathers too, with our mothers. You understand? Trying to tell us, that we ain't fathers, we ain't this, we ain't that, we criminals, this, that, the other. When Black people was being oppressed, Hispanics are being oppressed. Not even talk about the First Nation people. This is their land. This is their land. You understand? And they being oppressed. And now you want us to come? Nah. No. You can handle that, man. You want some music? We'll get some we get some rap music. Right. You go figure that joint out. Figure it out. You know what I mean? So where y'all want to jump to next?
Sluggers, if I may, just to piggyback on that real quick too. There's a video that it got 1.6 million views. It's some rabbi, Rabbi L. What's his name? I got it right here. Rabbi L. Hanan Beck, and this Jewish rabbi went on this Arab channel and called Benjamin Netanyahu and the Jewish people that support Benjamin Netanyahu. He said they are Amalek.
Yeah, I know.
Laughing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, surely Commander Yahanna is a prophet of God, because the UPK is the only place where I've heard Jewish people be called Amalek for years.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you have a Jewish rabbi calling a whole half of his people and the leader of Israel Amalek in the Bible. And I'm listening. Of course, he's off on certain things, but just to put the concept together that this is Amalek in the Bible. Like, this is the evil people. These are the people that turn you away from God. Like, he's saying this out of his own mouth. I got the video right here on YouTube. And I'm like, good night. If a brother was getting weary in his office as a priest and prophet, you might want to get some strength, because we are the people that the world is going to turn to for sure. If not already, I think me and Captain Mashak talk about it all the time. I think so many people in power are watching the UPK's videos.
That's right.
Yeah.
And taking notes, and we just don't know it yet. I think the world has really got their ear to what is coming out of the UPK, out of Commandant General Yahanna's mouth, because everything that is being brought out now as main talking points is like, I heard that 10 years ago. I heard that in DC on the tapes 15 years ago. And it wasn't popular then, and it wasn't championed, and it wasn't getting millions of views. And now I'm hearing it. It lets me know that y'all might want to just take everything we say and run with it. That's what be smart. You might just want to take everything Commander Yahanna says and run with it. And even if people look at you crazy, just take it and run with it. And let's just see in 5 years who was right and who was wrong. So
no, you're right, because Commander Yahanna has a video out there where he's prophesying about this war that's taking place right now that he did last year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, black people, we better start to wake up and realize the earth is not going back to how it was. It is not. And your preacher, he is telling you it's going to be better because he wants your money. That's being straight up. He wants your money. You understand? And black people, because of the oppression, these preachers know the psychology behind, you know what I mean, you not wanting to face reality. You understand? Somebody that's oppressed, a slave, don't ever want to face reality that he's a slave. You understand? Because once he faces that reality, what he's going to have to do, he's going to have to change. He's going to have to hate that lifestyle. You understand? He's going to have to put things in place so that he does not think like that. And the preachers, they know it, and they play on it. You understand? They play on it. They you know what I mean, getting paid to keep you, to rock you asleep. You better wake up, Commander General Yahanna. You understand? He getting paid to rock you asleep. You understand? He waking you up. He telling you the truth. And it's either you're going to take it and wake up. What is it? Like the Matrix. Is it blue or the red pill? Which one?
Red pill woke you up, sir. The blue pill put you back to sleep.
You understand? And you ask black people what they rather, and they'll tell you they'll take the blue. They don't want to. You don't want to wake up and recognize, damn, I've been living a lie for all these years. But you better wake up and recognize it and make the change. You come into the UPK, we're sure to make that change, man.
That's right.
And yield.
So, like, so if I could just, add what both of you all were bringing out was heavy. And we've been saying this, for some time now. Commander General Yahanna always prophesied that there was going to come a time when the earth was going to help the woman. In Revelations, to talk about the woman as in travail to bring forth this child. We know that child is the spirit of Christ coming back into the earth, the kingdom coming to being established here. And the Bible says that as that woman would be in a travail, the dragon would come and try to attack her. But that the earth her earth helped the woman. And we were taught that was going to be a time where, the history and the archaeology and the news and the media was going to begin to bring forth evidence of all the things that we have been saying and prophesying concerning the identity of the 12 tribes of Israel and us being God's chosen people and our oppressor being the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's what's taking place. I believe, Salakia, sir, not only are they watching us and taking notes, some of them are trying to they're trying to be on our side in terms of speaking the truth, saying the things that we're saying. They know that we the prophets of God. They know that we are the men who the Lord has chosen and risen up and given his knowledge and his wisdom, but they can't come out and say it. It's damn near like Nicodemus. Nicodemus in John the 3rd chapter came to Christ at night and said to Christ, Master, we know that you are a man sent from God, Can you show us how to do it? Why didn't Nicodemus do it in the daytime in front of everybody? Why didn't Nicodemus put his reputation on the line and go and be on the opposition to the Pharisees and Sadducees? Because he still wanted to keep his spot. He still wanted to keep his position. You understand? Because they don't really believe in God. They don't really trust in the Most High. They don't really have faith. What they are, they're evil, disgusting bastards that think that if they can do some type of... The white man only knows how to live on his belly. He only knows how to be coy and be all of the words that the white man uses to describe himself. He only knows how to proceed that way. He's a double agent.
Yeah.
How are you Amalek saying that Benjamin Netanyahu is Amalek? If Netanyahu Amalek, that means you Amalek. But what he's also trying to do is he's appealing to what he's trying to say, the real Jewish people who believe in God, what he's claiming himself to be, their worst enemy. Like we know our worst enemy in the Bible is Amalek. That's what Benjamin Netanyahu says Iran is Amalek. Benjamin Netanyahu says Hezbollah is Amalek. Benjamin Netanyahu says the Gaza is Amalek. But now you got an Amalekite priest standing up and saying, "No, Benjamin Netanyahu Amalek. We not Amalek. But nigga, y'all from the same place. How is he Amalek and you not Amalek? Amalek ain't just some title you give to whoever your enemy is at the time. Amalek is somebody real in the Bible who's really in the earth. They try, and that's what they don't want to acknowledge. They don't want to acknowledge that the Bible is a living book, and the people that you read about in the Bible are still on the earth today, and we know who those people are.
That's right.
That's right.
And the only way you're going to know and get that information is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because this is where the spirit of the prophets is being reincarnated back into the earth. So these words that Commander General Yahanna has been speaking, the words that the captains and the officers and the generals in the UPK has been speaking for years, they know it's the truth. But they wouldn't dare risk their position by coming out and saying, y'all should just go listen to them niggas on the corner, because like you said, Captain I thought the pastor still wants your money. Like Kazak Ahmad said, they still want to maintain some hold in the Middle East. You understand? So the Amalek priest got to come out and say, the Amalek rabbi got to come out and say, Netanyahu is Amalek, not us. Nah, if Netanyahu Amalek, that means you Amalek. And if y'all Amalek, and y'all been saying the Iranians Amalek, if you Amalek, then that means the Iranians are the Persians. That means they Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to start it, we got to go all the way there. And they don't want to go all the way there yet. They're trying to tiptoe and toe the line. That Tucker Carlson is one of them crafty devils. That devil know the truth. That devil know he's studying everything we're saying. But he will not come out and say that the 12 tribes of Israel in the earth today are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He knows, you know what he knows? Mike Huckabee can't answer the question. So he'll ask Mike Huckabee, who are the people today? How do we know that they're the people over there? Mike Huckabee can't answer because nobody else could answer when we ask it. But Tucker Carlson will stop there. He ain't going to go as far as to say, well, we know who the 12 tribes are. They are the people that we enslaved. They are the people that we took advantage of and downtrodden. One more thing on that point. I remember Glenn Beck was a cat that had a show on Fox News years ago. This is around early 2010s, like around the time before I came into the truth. Glenn Beck did an episode on his Fox News show where he showed that they had evidence that the Native American Indians were Israelites, that they spoke Hebrew, they wrote in Hebrew, they kept the high holy days in the Bible, they wore fringes on their garment, they wouldn't eat pork, they had rights of separation for their women when they were on their period. They took Glenn Beck off the air a week later. He was done because he was getting too close to spilling the beans. That's what we see taking place in the earth right now. And again, a lot of people are confused. A lot of people don't know really what's going on. The men of the Lord know what's going on because it was prophesied in this Bible, and the prophets of God are in the earth, and ISUPK and have been telling us for years what was going to come to pass.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, so like I know, Captain, I thought you had asked about the next story. I'm not sure if this is recorded in the stories, but going back to the confusion that's being caused right now with a lot of what's going on, I've been seeing stories about all of the money that's being made off of these tweets that Donald Trump been putting out, which has been causing the price of oil to rise and drop. I don't know if we have a story on that, but there's a lot going on in the financial markets that's making everybody, the upper echelon, quietly say they're resetting the economy. They're using this war as as the reason why the Strait of Hormuz is shut down. 20% of the oil's not moving. Nobody's able to make no money, and the damn, the economy is crashing and this and that. And they saying that Donald Trump and his sons are making billions of dollars placing bets on the future market of the oil prices. He make a tweet. That tweet he did on Easter about blowing up blowing up their civilization, and praise be to Allah. They said they made $12 billion because they placed a bet before the announcement on what the price of oil was going to do. When Donald Trump said he was going to blow their asses away and blow all their power plants up, the prices shot down, and they made billions of dollars betting on the futures market. And it would reason, Salakia, it would reason that these devils are trying to do whatever they can to eke out whatever little last bit of money that they can out of this system before it, crumbles. But they just don't know that it's not going to work. Nothing they do is going to work. There is no happy ending for Barron Trump. There is no happy ending for, Don Jr. There's no happy ending for Eric Trump. They are going to face the judgment of the Most High for the evil that they have done. And it's not just the Trump family, it's all of them. It's the whole hierarchy. But here in America, because of the lies of the Christian church, because of the propaganda that has taught black people that you don't have an option but to choose Democrat or Republican. You don't have a choice but to vote for somebody because you got to vote. You can't not vote. We're stuck supporting an empire that is the embodiment of the adversary in the earth, doing all the evil that they can around the world. And by the time that we get around to the Most High beginning to visit this place, it's going to be too late for a lot of brothers and sisters if they don't hear the voice of the Lord crying out in the ISUPK saying to repent and come back home and serve the Lord. Because by the time we realize what has been done and the bottom has fallen out, it's going to be too late for a lot of those brothers and sisters. Salaki, sir, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Come. I'm not sure if we had a story on that, but that was just something I brought out. I'm not sure where you might want to go with the stories next, sir.
Yeah, what we want to do? Because
come on. I'm looking right now, sir, to see. I see number 3. It says a whole civilization will die tonight. Oil falls as Trump's deadline looms.
Yeah.
Kawakan, sir. Kawakan. Excuse me. A whole civilization will die tonight. Oil falls as Trump's deadline looms. Pakistan calls for peace. Oil. Go ahead, Castle, sir.
Now, if I could, so in the title it said oil falls. The price of oil, I mean, the stock of oil, right? Not the price of the oil. The price goes up, the stock falls because ain't nobody buying it when it's so high, right? Donald Trump is sending these tweets out because he's manipulating the market. And I just think of how silly this whole system is. The system is based on the words of a nigga's tweet. Everybody imagine these billionaire businessmen in suits. There was a time when Wall Street was looked at like some honorable thing. You're going to be a Wall Street broker. You in that damn on that floor, the NASDAQ, and the cat doing the auction calls. It used to look like it was honorable. Like you had to go to college, go to MIT to learn how to bet on the market. When really it's just gambling.
That's it.
And it's gambling, but some nigga is controlling the gambles. You go back and watch that movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd back in the 80s. They showed you then. It's all bullshit. Yeah. Excuse my language. They know what the price, they know what the corn stocks is doing. They find out 2 days ahead of time. They place bets against the corn. Tell one cat the corn price is going to drop. Tell everybody to sell. Then everybody go sell. Then the numbers drop out. All the price of corn went up. These bastards cash out, and everybody broke and poor. That's how the stock market has always operated. Well, now you got a 47-time convicted felon in the president's office that knows that he has the weight to sway the markets. Yeah. You think he wouldn't use that to his advantage to rape everybody and get as rich as he possibly could on the way out? Donald Trump, no, he's about to. If he don't die, he's going to be. There's going to be bad for him when all this is over. Right. All these doing is establishing a legacy for his kids. Barron Trump, Eric Trump, Don Trump Jr. He's trying to make sure that the Trump name can live on in infamy, and he's taking as much money and drowning out the system as well as he can. Now, he sent the tweet out. Now, just think of the tweet. The tweet is, I'm going to destroy an entire civilization. God damn.
Hold on. Kazak, you could get our tweet you sent out. That joint is funny. Salaki, Salaki, brother. You go ahead.
You got it, sir. You got it, sir.
No, Sakawa. No, Salaki. You go ahead, Salaki.
No, I was as Kazak is pulling the tweet up. I mean, it's an amazing statement. It's an amazing, like, the nigga said we're gonna bomb y'all to the Stone Age. The nigga said it was Bridge and Power Bank Day. I mean, so like it, sir, if I could. This shit is insanity, man. The man said it was Bridge and Power Plant Day. I'm gonna blow you into the Stone Age. You crazy bastards aren't listening. Praise be to Allah. This shit, yo, I was Salakia, sir. But it's crazy, but also he might be dead serious.
Right.
He gotta make it so that people not sure, so that the market do what the fuck he wanted to do. He can't just come out and say, I'm gonna blow. Listen, man, it's last warning, I'm gonna blow you up. He gotta say some outrageous, outlandish shit, so people be like, this is so insane, it might be real. I would not be surprised if his 17-year-old son is the one shooting these tweets. How can I make it sound so crazy to where these old niggas get scared? Because really, it's the old people getting scared. These old oil barons and the cats with all of the slave master money. They the ones that's betting on these markets, and they saying the thing that they know is going to be so unhinged, so insane that they be like, "Yo, all right, nah, he might be for real. We pulling out. We ain't betting. We ain't doing none of this." You know what I'm saying? But to a sane person, to us who know the spirit of these people, it's not past him to do anything he's saying.
No.
But the fact that he's saying it is like, this is insanity. So like, because you had a tweet.
Yep, Kawaka, sir.
Come on with it.
He said,
trying to hold out a straight face saying it. Don't
it says a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
No, that it. He said something to the point where he's like, "You fucking crazy, you mad man."
It's the Easter Day one. It's the Easter one. If you could get the Easter one, because I can get the one from Easter. So, like, sir, if I could, Captain, I thought this you might be might be beyond your generation. So, like, sir, but there was a show that used to come on when I was a kid called Dragon Ball Z. And at the end of the Dragon Ball Z episode, it could be like a middle of a fight, right? They stop the fight, and for like the last minute, they would show the fighters standing there facing off, and this white guy's voice would come out of nowhere and be like, is the villain going to kill the hero? Are they going to resurrect the dead? Are they going to find the Dragon Balls? Are they going to stand strong and get the victory, or are they going to die and be in perpetual slavery? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. The nigga tweets read like the preview of a show.
That's right.
This shit reading like, the civilization may be destroyed tonight, never to come back from the history of the earth. It's been 37 years of corruption and evil, and we've got a new regime in place that may be better, but we don't know. Maybe so.
Right.
They could die. It probably will happen, but I don't know. God bless America. Find out tomorrow on the next episode. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Excuse my language. And the earth is stuck. The earth is captivated. This devil is having his own fucking show. He
Yeah.
turned the planet into a goofy show to where he knows everybody gotta wait to see what crazy shit he do next.
Yeah.
He go to the press conference like they ask him the question in the press conference. Yeah, you know, we might just this bridge and what's the name day? We'll find out tonight at 8:00. Are you gonna be tuned in? You better be watching. I wouldn't be surprised if the devil getting paid off the damn news report show.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Salaki. This is no way to. You know what I'm saying? Come on, sir, help me out. Salaki.
My dumb behind was looking at the clock at 7:50. Right? You said 8, right?
God.
All right, refresh.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
Nothing.
He wanted to captivate the earth. He's doing it.
All right.
He's got every. Listen, give him credit. He wanted to have a name that would live on forever. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? As long as this empire survives, they're not going to forget this.
Yeah.
In the kingdom, we're going to talk about that tweet. Salaki. If we live to see the kingdom, the last evil king of this empire was the most insane cat you would never believe. He said he was going to blow up a civilization. Now, he ain't say that. No, for real. You read in Isaiah the 14th chapter where it says we're going to narrowly look upon him and be like, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That's Donald Trump. Ain't nobody's going to believe that, like, nah, y'all exaggerating. He ain't really say that. The cat sent a tweet. At this time, there was an internet that existed where you could have your little device on your hand and you send a message and the whole world could read it. The king of the empire sent a message that said he was going to blow up a civilization. And then he said, on the day of their celebration of their God, he praised their God. I'm like, y'all telling stories. Like, nah, that's what happened in that evil empire we was living in. That's why you can't never sin against the Lord. We're going to warn the children in the kingdom about the evil that we suffered because we didn't do what the Lord said to do. And they're not going to believe the things that we're going to tell them. But we're living through it right now. It's a lot. Because like you got
I got the Easter tweet right here.
Yeah, that's the one. Go ahead.
Yep, Kawakan. He said Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
Yo, Tucker Carlson snap that you hear this, call him the Antichrist.
Yeah, I see that.
You know what I mean? Like, and that should show you these devils, right? They're only in religion to hide their true nature.
Yes, sir.
You understand? You know what I mean? Without religion, really, you know what I mean? You'll see the true nature of the white man. You understand? You'll see the true nature. Because, you know what I mean? You will see that for example, the Catholic Church that have a ton of child abuse going on in there. Like, the only reason they're able to get to do all of that is because these oppressors who actually pedophiles could go in there and hide and do this nasty, you know what I mean, BS to be doing under the cloak of the, you know what I mean, the church, and just get moved somewhere else. I have not heard since I've been around of a priest going to jail for child molestation. You know what I mean? Somebody got to tell me if, you know what I mean, they know about a priest or, you know what I mean, or several of them going to prison for doing a crime that a regular citizen will do. You understand? And go to jail. You understand? That's nigh on to them, these Israelis doing crime across here and running back to Israel, where you can't touch them. You understand? They're untouchable. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have to wake up and realize that these people who we live in amongst, the Lord call them beasts.
Right.
Call them animals. The same thing they do, they turn around and try to call you before they unalive you and start to say what? I was scared. I feel, you know what I mean, scared. That's because they've been calling us what? Animals. They've been calling us criminals. So now when you go to court and you a black man in front, a judge in front these, what do they call them? these we call them the 12 people.
The jury, sir.
The jury. You front the jury, they're already in their mind, they're seeing something that already been programmed in them to see, which is a criminal, a drug dealer. You know what I mean? Your word don't mean anything. You understand? Even though there's no evidence, you must brothers in prison. You understand? Innocent brothers in prison when they could just do DNA tests. Why? Because they already have a mindset of, you know what I mean, who you are. You're a criminal as far as they could see. You understand? So now you know what I mean, you had to, you know what I mean, be it's double hard for you to even try to work on your what you call that again? I lose my train of my thought. Your reputation.
Right.
It will double hard on your reputation. You understand? You gotta work double hard on it because they done destroy your reputation.
Right.
They don't work hard in destroying your reputation. So now when you hear the Epstein files and you hear these nasty things these bastards doing, I mean, you shocked when you shouldn't be shocked. But when you hear about black men being criminal, oh yeah, I could see that. But no, you hear about the Epstein file, no, you shocked? Don't be shocked.
Right.
Because these people are running the earth right now. And do you know, they say these Saudi Arabians, right? The kings, the sheikhs and them, the men that way up, they say they're worse. They say they're worse. And these are worse they are. Arab who grew up in Saudi Arabia, said that their parents will tell them, you understand, to watch what they're doing or watch where they're going. Because these elites will take you and abuse you. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's almost to the point where he's saying they do this to young boys across there. So that whole Epstein thing, that whole Epstein file, which you hearing about these Arab men in, these wealthy Arab men in, it's normal to them across there. You understand? With them, you know what I mean? It's normal. But you being looked at as a criminal on the earth. And brother, you in no way in them men's shoes. Well, Salaki.
No, I was just gonna say, sir, it's heavy what you bringing out in that. Really, we are the only ones that don't know the nature of these people. Like they are known historically, the Greeks and the Roman Empire. Everybody knows that this was a culture that was established and solidified through the abuse of children. You go and look at the stories of their gods and how they came up. You go read about the Spartans and the Agogi and all of this thing. That Greco-Roman civilization was established on the abuse of children. And we read about how that empire spread. Let's not forget Alexander the Great, all this land that they over there fighting over, he conquered it at one time. And his generals and the men he raised up, they went and had their time with those people over there in those lands. So it would seem the reason that in the elites, in the top of these civilizations and these societies, there's still a large remnant of the same abusers of children that conquered those lands in the first place. This is why. So you wonder why? How was George Bush and them able to go and make deals with the Afghans back in the 70s and 80s? How were they able to make deals with the Iranians and the Iraqis? Because they was all on the same thing. I remember being young, growing up. There was a thing about how in the Philippines, over there in those Pacific Islands, they were known for being, sex tourist places for men to go be with little boys.
Yeah.
Abusing them Asian kids over there in Cambodia and in Thailand and all of this. Well, they sprang up a paradise in the middle of Dubai. What you think was going on over there? You think it was just sex with, it was just sex with nasty women that would let the men defecate on them? No, it wasn't just that. You understand? They go over there and deal with them little boys. That's what that place was really about. That's what the establishment was really about. And it's coming out now, like you said, Cap. Them cats over there, them elites, them ones in them garments with all of them gold and all that oil, they like to have fun with little boys. They are the Epstein class. They are the Donald Trump class. They the same people, just masking themselves in different cultures and different identities, but still having the same religion. The religion of the white man's God of LGBTQ, of abusing children, of thinking that, you train a child through abuse and through doing all horrible sexual things. You can teach them how to be a man. Hell, Tim Tebow, it's starting to come out here in America. Tim Tebow, famous football player. He was a cat that played for Florida, used to wear the John 3:16 on his eye paint. They hated Tim Tebow because he loved him some white Jesus. Tim Tebow came out and said, white men have to start telling on each other because the abusers of white children are the fathers in the home. The biggest perpetrator of crimes against children in the white community is not Epstein. It's not the secret cabal of sex monsters. It's the daddy who goes to work at Wall Street and then comes home after a long day and deals hatefully with his son, deals evilly with his daughter, and then send them out into the world with all types of demons and misidentities and anger problems and issues. And that's why this society is at the core of this society is evil the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time the Lord is allowing us to see that while America's over there bombing the Iranians and doing evil to them, I hope nobody believes that they want the Iranians to win. I hope you don't think the world would be a better place if maybe these Arabs took over. Bro, you don't want to live in that world. You understand? We talk about how it's Russia and China against America. I hope nobody out there is praying for China to win. You don't want to live in a world that's run by the Chinese. Moab is a whole different beast and a monster. The only world that anyone should desire to live in is a world that's run by the Lord's people, following the Most High's laws, ruled by King Yahushua Mashiach, who the world calls Jesus Christ, because that is the only world that children will be protected in.
That's right.
That is the only world where people will not be abused, where human rights will be recognized and established, where the laws of God will be in full effect, to where you can't abuse some man's daughter. You can't abuse some man's son. You can't use your wealth and your power to just disrespect and dehumanize someone's body. We should all be praying that the Most High will establish the kingdom of heaven and earth, where there's going to be righteous laws that everybody has to follow. And in that righteous kingdom, all of those people that have done the evil that they are doing presently and have been doing for many generations, their names are written in a book. And the names of the sinners and the evildoers that's written in that book, when our king returns, they're going to go in the lake of fire. And guess what? Donald Trump going to be in the lake of fire right along with the Sabu Mabim Halabim, the Sultan, or the goddamn, the one who's running the Saudi, the entertainment fund. All of these cats over there in Qatar and all these places they done built up, all of them going to go in the lake of fire because all of their cultures and their ways of life are in opposition to the Most High. Right. There's only one way of life. Like Christ said, there's only one way, one truth, and one light. And that's him. Right. To follow him, to obey him, to do what he said to do. Why? Because he showed us how to do what the Father said to do. That's the only path that's going to lead to salvation. Everything else is going to be you going in the lake of fire. You read 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, being effeminate, you're not going to make it in the kingdom. Right. They look at us and how hardcore masculine we are. They say, why you got to be so manly? Why you got to talk like that? Why you got to talk down on guys that wear skinny jeans or wear this and that? Because the Lord said you can't get in the kingdom doing that. You painting your nails and doing all types of little funny feminine stuff. That ain't going, you ain't going to make it in the kingdom that way. You're going to have to be a man the way the Lord said a man got to be a man. Women have to be women the way the Lord said women got to be a woman. And guess what? A lot of us have suffered some things. A lot of us have been through some horrors. A lot of us have been through some tragedies. Well, guess what? You better get in here and get some counseling and find out how to heal. That's right. You better get in here and address the problems and the issues you have and find out what it's going to take for you to be reborn. You understand? For you to be born again. A lot of us, man, a lot of people find the truth and think that wearing all black for 90 days and getting the Hebrew name means you've transformed. Brother, you have no idea what the Lord has in store for you. You understand? Serving the Lord is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You don't come in here and change overnight. I remember when I got my Hebrew name, I was told that this is what you have to live up to. You ain't going to just be this man magically. But if you obey the Lord and serve him, you are going to become a man that lives up to that name. All of us should be striving to live up to the name the Lord gave us. And it don't happen overnight. You got to continue to refine yourself, continue to search for things that are displeasing to the Lord, and find ways to purify yourself, find ways to get stronger, to get better, to get wiser, to get more righteous, because there is no unrighteous that's going to inherit the kingdom. And there's a lot of people that don't understand that. There's no excuse for you not to be someone that understands that, because you are in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna, where the priests and the prophets of God reside, and there's no excuse for you not to be perfect. There's no excuse for you not to get this knowledge and this wisdom and to change yourself. But there's a lot of people that's playing with the Lord, and they're going to regret that they did. They're going to wish that they had took this thing seriously and did what the Lord said to do. So like it's our year.
That's right.
Come on. And just to piggyback, if I may, too, sir. And it's exactly why in the Bible the Lord calls the heathens, all of them, beasts of the field, because their culture and their ways is animalistic. And I was explaining this to a brother. It was like it's disrespectful to reduce Black and Hispanic culture to singing and dancing and sports and entertainment. When I noticed that every heathen that comes over here, they have to put on a facade of being civilized.
Yeah.
Like every heathen group that comes over here, they don't, how they live in America is not how they live in their country. And it's the facade of civilization that every heathen group has to put on is because we are here, not because of the white man, because even he has a facade of civilization on. That's why they have to leave America and go to an island so he can be as freaky and nasty and animalistic as he wants to be. Like we are the Commander General Yahanna said this a couple of years ago. Black and Hispanic men are the last thing standing in the way from the white man completely having utter control and his way on the earth. And it's like even our people just being in the world, there's certain things that are just who we are. It is we push back against. And you notice every heathen group, when they come to America, they have to put on this facade of being civilized, but look at how they live in their own country. You East Indians come over here to America like you're so civilized and clean, but I see how nasty that Ganges River is. I see how backwards you are in your temples, and you're bringing milk for all the filthy mice in your temples.
Right.
And I see how you Africans come over here and act like you so better than us in America, and you so civilized. But I see what you're doing in your own land. You're getting child urine showers. You understand? You Chinese and you Asians, you come over here act like you so civilized, and you go back to your own land and you eat anything that has feet. You understand? Anything that's not fast enough to run from you. Like every heathen comes over here and they have to now taper down their nastiness for sake of appearing to be civilized. Even though America is a place where you can be nasty and live out your nasty dreams, but it's still like it's not like how they are in their own land. Like in their own land, they are free to be their people. Like Muslims come over here and they're not taking little girls like they would in their own land. Like these Afghanis come over here and they're not taking these little boys like they would in their own land. And it's because God's people are here. And I see why the Lord called them the beast of the field, because every heathen group is animalistic and bestial in nature. And that's why the Lord has to put his people in charge. I see why the world was made for our sakes, because you heathens wouldn't even know what to do with it. You wouldn't know what to do with all the riches and the glory and the splendor and the fatness of the earth. You understand? Like you wouldn't know what to do with it because you don't even know what to do with your own penis. You don't know what hole your penis is supposed to go in. You think you're supposed to know what these diamonds and rubies and precious stones are supposed to do? You don't even know what your own stones are for. You understand? Like the Lord put us, it's supposed to be over everybody, but because we are so simple and hard-headed, stiff-necked, we're trying to live like the animals. Sisters walking around with no clothes on, like a damn dog. A dog walks around with no clothes on. I went to Houston, and we went to Houston, and I seen of course, not in the UPK, but Houston, they had a lot of stuff going on outside of other events as well, different trail rides and stuff. And they had so many different sisters that had skirts that just cover the top part of their behind, and you could see the whole bottom part of their bottom. And I'm like, since when did we think dressing like this is somehow our culture? Like, you can tell it don't fit us. It doesn't fit. It's so animalistic. And I'm like, these sisters are trying to be like animals, like the heathens, and they don't understand we have a culture far more refined and superior and civilized, and it's found in the Bible. And I got a glimpse of that in the Passover. Like we were just discussing earlier, I seen all the garments and the dresses and the headpieces and just everything down, just down to the jewelry, the boots. And I'm like, man, this is how you know this is our culture, because nobody was restricted from being fly. Like, you can come in here. The UPK is the only place where you can come in here and ain't nobody gonna restrict your fly. You understand? You come in here and you get as fly as you want according to our culture. And that's how you know that's the Lord's spirit on us. And you can only find that here. Like, we are not animals. We are not heathen. And we shouldn't live like it and seek their ways, because it is so beneath us. And it's like, once you come to the truth, you realize how embarrassing and pathetic it is for us to want to even be like anybody else except who God called us to be, the children of Israel. So like
So like, if I mean, and you said something real heavy there, because when you mentioned that they would practice or it all over the internet, the heathen culture now. And when they actually come amongst people who civilize, they try to hide themselves or hide the culture now, but not knowing behind the closed doors, just like the Epstein file. They will do their practice and practice their culture, and then come out in the open amongst the civilization or amongst black people and make it seem like, well, hey, we just like you all, we hip, we dress like you all, we clean, but not knowing behind those doors, I just say, anything that walk with legs, the eating behind the closed doors, them dusty foot African, we have a whole sand yard inside our house. And when they reach home, it's just rolling in dust. Same thing. So all these heathens and them is just when they understand or they come among civilization, they will try to be civilized. But the culture all over the internet, I just say, dipping in cow dung, bathing in urine, doing all these vile things. And then you want to come and pretend that, well, hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? Scripture says, never, always remember that, never trust thine enemy. And this is nothing light. Should never trust them, because why? Just as it says, iron rusted, so is the wickedness of the wicked. You all wicked and vile. It's like it.
That's right. All right. Where we at right now? I mean, I just read something about them trying to implement what you call it. They're not saying it's like an automatic draft or something. Let's say what, starting in December 2026, the US will automatically register men aged 18 to 25 to selective services using federal data, removing need for manual registration. This is not an active draft or automatic enlistment. They're trying to say something.
Cause like I believe that was a big story that was a couple years ago before the election, where so in essence what they're doing is they got a registry of everybody right in the country. Soon as you turn 18, you automatically put into that list, to where if they were to decide to draft, they already have the list of who they're going to choose and you know how they're going to go round you up. You know what I'm saying? I think what's important, sir, while again a lot of people are unsure what comes next, it's important that we know whatever comes next on the surface level, the bottom line is still the Lord's word is going to be fulfilled.
That's right.
They are in the valley of Jehoshaphat in a way that they have never been before, and they are not coming out.
Yeah.
There's only one way that this thing ends, and it ends in thermonuclear destruction and the return of our King Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who the world calls Jesus Christ. And as long as we know that, you should not ever feel like you can relax in your service and your obedience to the Most High. I've said this before. When I first came into truth back in 2010, I thought Christ was coming tomorrow. The economy had fallen. The housing market had crashed. They was over there bombing in Afghanistan, and the war was picking up. And it looked to me like America was over with. And I ran into the truth because I was afraid that it would be too late. And I thank the Most High that I've continued to feel that way. Throughout my years in the truth, I always look up and it's like, man, it's war in the Middle East. The economy is crashing. It's getting bad. So it keeps me locked in righteousness, locked in obeying the Lord, locked in making sure that if Christ was to come tomorrow, I'm prepared.
That's right.
And brothers and sisters, you have to have that mindset. Don't think that, you can relax and you can just go back to business as usual, because it is not business as usual. We all should be looking forward to the kingdom. We all should be preparing ourselves to make sure that when our king returns, we are found wearing our garments and doing the work. It's just like the Passover. You got to spiritually be girded up, eating, and preparing to flee into the wilderness, because this place is over with. Now, they're going to try their best to make it seem like everything is going to be all right. They're going to try their best to make it seem like the economy is going to be okay and everything is going to return to normal. At the same time, there's going to be turmoil and hell at every corner. Right now, they're distracting everybody, you understand, with the war that's going on over there. But secretly, they taking all the farmers' land and all of their cattle from them. Secretly, AI is getting rid of all of the damn entry-level administration jobs, all that being a secretary and answering phone calls. Salakia, I got hurt about a year ago. Whatever happened when I got hurt, they entered me into a Medicare database where I get calls. Damn it, I don't know if I asked nobody, but do y'all get calls about, are you a Medicare recipient? Are you on Medicaid? We have a program for you to get this and that. I thought it was because I got injured that I get these phone calls, but I had a call the other day, sound like a Southern black lady. And she called and said, hey, sir, I just was calling. I wanted to let you know about you qualifying for this program that can help you get food stamp assistance and help you get housing, seeing that you're a Medicaid recipient. And I had to tell her, ma'am, I'm not, because this is my thing when they call me with that. I'm not a Medicaid recipient. I'm not over the age of 55. I don't qualify for the program. And I said it and she stopped. And she was like, oh, well, okay, I hear that you're not a Medicaid recipient, so you wouldn't qualify for the program we have. But before I let you go, did you have any questions for me? And I'm like, that's strange, because normally they just be like, all right, well, goodbye. So I say to her, how do you think I am? Like, what do you have in the system? And she responded back and was like, I don't have that the information to respond to that request. And I'm like, are you an AI? She was like, yes, I am an AI assistant program, blah, but it sounded like somebody's grandma. Sounded like some old country lady that would, hey, baby, and give you some advice or some candies in her pocket. And I said, God damn. Well, that means somebody grandma out of a job. Somebody's sweet auntie is not sitting behind a desk calling people on this registry, to find out if they got their food stamps they qualify for. Well, goddamn, all those jobs finna go away. One more thing, Salaki. I called a couple of weeks ago. I shouldn't say this while we're in the middle of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Salaki, I called Pizza Hut to order pizza, right? I called the location on the Google. I go to Google, find the Pizza Hut near me. I call them. The Pizza Hut, the phone ring. Hello, you reached Pizza Hut. Hey, I'd like to call, put an order for pickup. Okay, give me 1 second. They put me on hold. The phone rings. Somebody else pick up. Hey, Pizza Hut, take your order. So I get them my order. They ask for the address. I'm like, you want my address? I'm picking up. Oh, what's the zip code? I give them the zip code. They said, what's location you want to pick up from? And I'm like, hold up. I just called them. How am I talking to somebody that she was like, well, you called us. The actual store don't take the orders no more. They redirect you to the call center and we put the order in online for you. And that way they receive it at the store and you go pick it up. I said, well, goddamn. They got a call station for you to call for pizza because I guess the pizza store too busy. They can't answer they call. They send you to somebody else. I say all that to say, pretty soon you're going to call the phone. There's going to be a robot.
Yeah.
Because right now, that girl that I talk to doesn't know that they recording all her conversations with people so they could use her voice in 2 years to just let the robot get a response.
Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen to all of those jobs as they go away? And there's no replacement for those jobs. There's going to be a lot of people that, like, if you try to imagine this place lasting, if you try to imagine this time being stretched out before our King returns, it's only going to get worse. Okay. So you cannot allow yourself to think that everything is going to be all right. Now, that doesn't mean you don't live your life. You don't go to your slavery, pay your bills, and prepare for the children's college fund and all those things. But the scripture says to wear this world like a loose-fitting garment. You cannot allow for your hopes and your dreams and your imaginations to be tied to this place because there's a kingdom that we're all striving for. And if there never was a time before for you to put in maximum effort to attain that kingdom, now is the time. The time to serve the Lord and to earn you a spot in the kingdom is right now, while it seems like anything could go either way. By the time the 9/11, by the time 911 not working and the grocery store shut down and there's anarchy in the streets, that's not the time to turn yourself to the Lord. That's not the time to turn to the east and pray. The time to be praying and be serving the Lord is right now. The time to be preparing is right now. The time to be freeing yourself of all of your vices and all of your things that cause you to be attached to the world is now. Don't wait till the power shut out. Don't wait till the internet go out. You should be doing everything you can to prepare for the Lord right now. Right. And that's how we have to be, because the white man gonna do everything he can to make it seem like this place gonna last forever. Remember the second in the scriptures, I believe it's 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it talks about if they could, they would fool the very elect. That's what this oppressor's trying to do. He's going to try to make it seem as though, Salaki, before it's all said and done, I wouldn't be surprised if they staged the alien invasion. Right now, the white man going up there to Mars. They on the dark side of the moon. I watched the video with the damn astronauts in there doing body slams in zero gravity. I wouldn't be surprised if they trying to pretend like they doing all this going back to the moon and going into outer space. They're going to turn around one day and be like, we received a beacon from a vessel that's, 2 light years away and it's hurtling towards Earth at Mach speed. And then before you know it, it's the full out, what's that movie? Independence Day. There's going to be some spacecraft in the sky and everybody going to be captivated. Just know when them doors open up and they be blonde haired and blue eyed, it's the devil.
That's right.
It is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm only saying this because I've read books, I've dived into conspiracy theory lanes. They got different little programs where, they're talking about rebuilding the third temple in Jerusalem and how that's the sign of the Antichrist. They're talking about trying to make this war happen to bring Jesus back. The white man is such a devil. He would stage the return of Jesus and have it be a white man that come out the sky and say, I'm here to love everybody. Put away your religions and put away your belief systems and come and everybody bring your children so I can rape them. A lot of y'all gonna fall for it. Y'all gonna fall for the they're gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. So lock it. And it's gonna be bad for you because you didn't listen to the prophets of God. But those of you who the Lord has allowed to hear this truth, man, and to know that this is the word of the Lord, dedicate yourselves now, strengthen yourselves now, because there's going to come a time where either you're strong or you're not.
That's right.
So like, yeah.
Yep. You know what I mean? What you're saying is, you know what I mean, it's on point, 100%. You know what I mean? You want to do one more story? We could do the first one.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Trump, Iranians who are being bombed are saying, please keep bombing.
Come on.
According to Donald Trump, Iranians want the U.S. military to continue to bomb their homes. We've had numerous intercepts, Trump told reporters in a press conference on Monday afternoon. Please keep bombing. Do it. And these are people that are living where the bombs are exploding. When questioned on who sent these communications,
Trump is saying that the people in the Iranians are saying keep on bombing the home.
Right.
You know what I mean? We should show you, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's to the point now where black people, if you don't realize the white man is the devil, you know what I mean, you're brain dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? Serious. You have to be brain dead. You understand? Like which person or which, you know what I mean, which nation will want another nation to continue destroying their nation? Like that doesn't make sense. But the media already have a certain type of, you know what I mean, psychological control on you. So now he's saying it, they're saying it, but it must be true. They must want us to keep on bombing them. They must want us to keep on killing, you know what I mean, their people. You understand? This is the height of propaganda. This is what black people have to be living through. You understand? We had to live through all of this, where they had to tell us, you know what I mean, there's certain things we like. When is just one Uncle Tom saying he like that? This ain't a nation that's saying they love the white man to oppress us. You don't like that. You know what I mean? It's like these brothers who like to say, well, thank the Lord for what? Slavery? You know, some black men be saying that. Yeah, you know I mean, if the white man didn't come and get us from Africa, you know what I mean, we'd still be in wherever. Wherever. You understand? When they're Uncle Tom's, you understand? And they've been paid to say that.
Right.
Come. So like it, sir, if I could, this is again, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. But what's important is to see in this is that the white man wants you to believe that it's acceptable to be a sellout.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants you to believe that there are Iranians who are saying, yes, Donald Trump, blow up the power plants. Yes, Donald Trump, blow up all the bridges and leave us stuck in the cities where we are. Nobody is saying that. The same way, like you said, Cap, no nigga ever said, thank God for slavery because we would be in Africa butt naked. Said nobody ever. You understand? But the brainwashing and the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, the Lord's chosen people, we are the only ones that had our heritage stripped from us, our culture stripped from us, our identity stripped from us, which is what enables us to have those kinds of sellouts that would glorify and praise the white man for the evil that he did. You're not going to find that amongst these other nations.
That's right.
You understand? But the white man is using that against us to make us believe that the same way we have been broken and terrified and made to identify with our oppressor, that other nations would do the same. And it's just not the case. You understand? No one on the earth has suffered the cruelty that God's chosen people have suffered at the hands of our oppressor in this land called America.
That's right.
You understand? So was that it on the story, Kazak?
Let me check. So let me go back to it. It's a little bit more on it, sir.
Okay.
Khan. He says, when questioned on who sent these communications, the president responded, I don't know what they do. All I can tell you is that they want freedom. Trump did not say when the intercepts were received, let alone give any evidence that they exist.
So he's lying.
He's lying. Concept the water.
I mean, he's lying, and the media is taking it and running with it. The Fox News, your CNN, you know what I mean? They're lying to you. Right. Just like they're telling you with the when they went to rescue the pilot. They send, you know what I mean, I forget the type of military equipment in there. That wasn't there for them to rescue. They went to put boot on the ground and got the behind kick and had to scramble and run out of there. You understand?
Right.
They are lying to you. Just think about it like this. And this is how I was taught coming into the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge. If they're lying to you about Christ, the color of Christ, right? If they're lying to you about that, then maybe they're lying to you about almost everything.
Yeah.
I mean, almost everything you hear is a lie coming out of their mouth. Because if they can't give Christ his color that's in the Bible, you understand? Then maybe they're lying about everything.
That's right.
And you can't trust them. You understand? You can't trust them. Come on.
So like, sir, if I could, just on the why our oppressor cannot be allowed to back out of this war in the Middle East. We can get story number 12, and then if you wanted to, so we maybe could end it on 14, which was we could go into 12, and then we could end it on 14 if you would like, sir, which is about them talking about exercising the 25th Amendment.
Come on. And you know what I mean, and black people, you know what I mean, you better wake up and realize you only have one government running this place, and that's the Epstein elites. That's who running it. You know what I mean, you think it's two parties, huh? It's one, because that's what somebody was saying it earlier on. If what's the woman name?
Kamala Harris, sir.
Yeah, if Kamala Harris was the president, she'll be doing the same thing Trump doing right now.
Concern.
The only difference is the words would have been different. But the action would have been the same.
Sir.
You understand? It would have been a little more deceit on their side. But Trump, they're so proud. He's so proud. He wants to show who the white man really is. You know what I mean? Trump embraced, like it's to the point where it seems as if he embraced Hitler. Because you remember, he is the one who was saying that he read a lot about Hitler, and I forget, you know what I mean, almost to the point where he was saying like Hitler, I mean, he looked up to him.
He admired him,
He admired, yeah. Where it's almost like you're seeing the parallel now. You're seeing it. You understand? So come on. Which one is it? Is
number 12 is about a brother who got unalived by police in Alabama. You got that one, Kazak?
Yep, come on
with it.
Was literally crying for help. Alabama cops caught dragging black man's limp body to patrol car, who was then pronounced dead. Witnesses believe Amarin Tunstall died after Alabama cops chased him on Monday into a wooded area where they repeatedly tasered and pepper sprayed him while the 35-year-old black man screamed and pleaded for help until he went silent.
So, Lockie, that's a lynching now. They lynched a brother in Alabama. The headline should read, lynching in Alabama by the police. And this is why the Lord has dragged them into the Middle East. Because in the midst of all of the failures of their kingdom and their empire, they still desire to unalive God's chosen people. And they wield the power to do it, and no one can hold them accountable. No one can charge them and hold them guilty for their crimes, which is why the Most High has to do it, which is why our king has to come and set the earth in order. They believe that not only are they going to be able to go and bomb all the bridges and the power plants overseas, that they are going to continue to be able to have their way with destroying and unaliving relentlessly God's chosen people, and the Lord is not allowing it. You understand? In the scriptures, the Most High said that he was going to bring those nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them for his people, that he was going to bring again the captivity of Judah and Israel. You understand? As we was going through these stories earlier, talking about how the Arabs they're bringing up the atrocities committed against the Native American Indians. They bring up the evils that was committed against blacks with slavery in this country. These other nations know the history of what the white man have done to us, and they have said nothing about it.
Yeah.
They have sat silently and watched us suffer, and they were quiet as long as they could sell their little bit of oil, as long as they could get their money on the world stage, as long as they could sit in that UN council. Nobody gave a damn that we weren't present. Nobody gave a damn that there was no Israelite delegation in the United Nations, no black delegation in the United Nations. You understand? There's no Hispanic Native Indian delegation in the United Nations. And now the Lord has got to plead for us to these other nations, while at the same time showing the earth why they don't deserve any justice, why they don't deserve any mercy, why they don't deserve the hand to be held back. When the Lord destroy these people, everybody's going to know why.
That's right.
Salaki, sir.
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. Because, you know what I mean? As you're saying, like, so much things happen to black people. You know what I mean? In America here, so much injustice, you know what I mean, been done to black people, Hispanics and First Nation people in America. And nobody, no other nation cry out about it. They say no other nation go in front of the UN Council and say nothing about it. And if they say something about it, like these, you know what I mean, these Africans did, it's to get paid. You understand? The Ghana representative for the UN went and spoke up about what slavery. You would think it's to really help black people in America or the Caribbean, but it was not. It was to help Africans. You understand? Which goes to show you the Lord is going to have to come and give us justice.
That's right.
The Lord going to have to come and do it. And the Lord way of doing it is having these nations fight and weaken each other. Let them fight. You understand? Let them fight. You don't go join it. You take note of how America is treating your people. Don't give a damn about what your preacher is saying. You understand? Because the preacher ain't going to tell you to give a damn about your brother. Instead, he going to tell you to give a damn about America. And about, you know what I mean, and about the flag, and about this, the Constitution, this, that, the other. Not the black man in the street dying by the hands of these bastards, by these oppressors. And some of you might say, what? Well, how you know it's not a black cop? Black, white, what difference it make?
Right.
It's a mentality. You a brother in there. You think you're going to change it in there. Before you know it, you have the mentality of a white man. You hate your brother. You understand? You put on that badge and you hate your brother. Any more to that story?
It's pretty much just going into like the details of it, but that was the point was already made in the first two paragraphs, sir.
Okay. I believe we can go to number 14, sir.
Okay, let's go. Let's touch on that.
We have it's about to get insane. 25th Amendment talk erupts after Trump's unhinged post. Then Marjorie Taylor Greene goes all the way off, takes aim at everyone, and rips open a lie they tried to bury. President Donald Trump's
Say that, read that one more time.
Kawakan. It's about to get insane. 25th Amendment talk erupts after Trump's unhinged post. Then Marjorie Taylor Greene goes all the way off, takes aim at everyone, and rips open a lie they tried to bury. President Donald Trump's brinkmanship is both tactic and theater, pushing allies and adversaries to the brink and daring them to blink, and betting the pressure will force a concession. It's a defining feature of his foreign policy, where threats and ultimatums often serve as leverage. But now he appears to have met his match with Iran, whose leadership has shown little willingness to bend to his demands. On Easter morning, Trump's anger reached the boiling point, exposing frustrations that his playbook wasn't working and setting off alarms that cut across party lines. With a self-imposed deadline approaching on Tuesday and negotiations with Iran stalling, Trump didn't just hint at escalation. He laid it all out in a profane social media post, vowing to unleash hell on Tehran if it didn't comply.
Khan and Slovakia, right? And that's because of what? Venezuela, right? Venezuela, when it went in and it was clean. But little did you know, months before, they already paid off people. They paid off high-ranking army officials in Venezuela. That's the only reason why they were able to come in there and do what they had to do and get out.
Okay.
You understand? And now he can't do that. So he's getting what? Frustrated. And they talk about this, what, 25th Amendment.
Okay.
That's a joke. You are not willing to open the Epstein file. You're going to put, what, the 25th Amendment on him?
Okay.
They could very well open the Epstein file.
Okay.
And there's no 25th Amendment. None. But this is, I realize this politics is about keeping blacks and Hispanic busy.
Concert.
Oh, people on the whole busy.
Concert.
While they run racket, you know what I mean, and do all manner of corruption, all manner of evil to make, I mean, to uphold this evil empire.
Okay.
You understand? When they could very well just open the files. And that would be the end of his presidency. You talking about the 25th Amendment? How long we had to wait? 4 years for the 25th Amendment. 4 years. Watch and see.
So like I said, I remember being young in the truth and being taught and hear that the evil, the genius of the white man's voting system is that people go and vote and believe they've done their part.
Yeah.
They believe the power is in waiting for the election. The power is in casting your vote. And then whatever happens until you go vote again is just, you got to swallow it. You got to deal with it. General Muhammad, I remember a few weeks ago, said that at any other point in history on the planet, any other civilization, the people would have rose up and unalived their leader.
Yeah.
They would have rose up and brought out the guillotine like they did in France. They would have brought out the gallows and hung them from the gallows like they did, in different civilizations throughout the history. But because of America and the vote, people sit around and stomach the evil because they're being told, we got to get out there to vote in November. It's November. We got to get these votes out, man. Y'all got to show up and vote. You know, the problem is, you want to know why Donald Trump is fighting the war and took away the Medicaid and the Medicare, and your grandmama getting off her pills. And we was down there in Houston for the Passover. I went to a store. My rib going to the store. A sister came in there to buy a Gatorade with food stamps. And the cat behind the register tried to charge the food stamp card and said, they stopped letting you buy Gatorade on the food stamps. Sister was in there arguing with the devil, arguing with him, man, you playing with me, playing with my money. He's like, look, I can't control it. Sure enough, I go looked it up. April 1st, they changed the purchasing powers of the food stamps because of the cuts that Donald Trump made to the system. Now, when you got SNAP benefits, you can't buy cold drinks. You can't buy, they call them non-nutritious essential drinks. So now you can't get a Gatorade with the food stamp card no more. You got to buy water bottles, or you got to buy whatever they approved as a nutritionist drink. Like you can't buy sodas on food stamps. And I said, man, a lot of people don't know, not paying attention, and it's going to be a rude awakening going to that grocery store. Now imagine, well, it's like I don't want to go off on a tangent, but the implications of that could be major. And to be told, well, you got to get out there and vote. You want to get them, you want to be able to buy them Gatorades again, you better get out there and vote. So you want to know why you can't buy them drinks on your food stamp card no more? Because you didn't vote. Imagine blaming the victims of an evil empire because they didn't do something that has no bearing on what the decision is going to be made anyway. They act as though voting changes something. Voting doesn't make a difference. Like you said, Captain Nine thought they're both on this. They're both the same evil. There's no choosing between the lesser of two evils. It's just two evils.
That's right.
If we really obeyed the Lord, if we really follow the scriptures, we would know that you don't choose evil. You choose to serve the Lord.
That's right.
But they want to victimize, they want to victimize they want to further victimize the people who are poor and disenfranchised and downtrodden, the people living in poverty, by blaming them for the evil that's taking place when the people that are to blame are the ones that won't release the Epstein file.
Yeah.
The people that are to blame are the ones that's sitting up there in the Congress and doing nothing. I keep seeing this Cory Booker bastard on the internet talking about Congress need to do something. Congress need to make a change when Cory Booker is the biggest recipient of damn benefits from the Jewish lobby. They talk about getting rid of this Jewish lobby. Cory Booker is about to take over for forget that cat's name. He about to take over as Speaker of the Democratic Party in the Senate, and his whole election is dependent on those small hats funding his campaign. So guess what's going to happen when the Democrats take office? They are going to do whatever they told to do because the small hats is the ones that's paying for them to be in those positions. You think it's going to be something different, you go and vote for Democrats. Chuck Schumer's the cat's name that's up there now. Chuck Schumer, they line in his pockets, the small hats. They line in Cory Booker's pockets. Cory Booker on the internet talking about, yeah, man, Congress got to do something. Nigga, you are the Congress. You're the one in charge of the Democrats. Why we got to do something? You there. You ain't doing nothing now. It's almost like being in the Christian church when you ask questions and they say, oh, man, this brother here, the Lord with him. You go to that seminary school and go and search out the Lord. Nigga, I'm at church. Ain't you supposed to teach me? Why I got to go to seek somewhere else to learn from the Lord? You're supposed to be the man of God in the church to teach me. Just like they'll never teach you about the Bible in church, voting you'll never be able to get the people you vote for to do anything you want them to do because your vote isn't what matters. What matters is who's lining their pockets.
That's right. So
all these pockets have been lined, like Captain Nine said, there will be no 25th Amendment. They're not going to vote to get Donald Trump. If there was a possibility that they could pull a 25th Amendment, don't you think it would have been done already?
Yeah.
All the crimes this man has done, all the evil he's done, don't you know they had to have a vote for him to take away your Medicare and your Medicaid? They had to have a vote for him to go and rob all the farmers of their land and their equipment and their cattle. All of these things were agreed upon. So it's an evil, evil thing to tell people, yeah, man, y'all should have voted, man. Or, yeah, man, y'all got to go out and vote. Damn that. You got to choose to serve the Lord.
That's right.
You got to choose to the Most High and pray to the east and send up those prayers, those curses that we pray against the evils of this world so that the Lord will bring down righteous judgment from our King and we can be delivered out of this hell. Because waiting for goddamn Margaret, what's her name?
Marjorie
Taylor and Chuck Schumer and damn Cory Booker to do something is never going to happen.
Right. That's right.
So like,
and to add to what you're saying, Captain Sakawa, with the whole voting, right? There's an overwhelming, large percentage of people that is against the war with Iran, right? You vote this man and this president in, hoping that he didn't take your kids and put them in the line of fire.
Concert.
But he still did.
Still did it.
So now, did your vote? Was your vote a difference? Did your vote make a difference? You understand? You should be front line and center signing up to join the military right now. You should be doing it. You voted for this man. You understand? Which shows you that whole voting thing is just a scheme. You know what I mean? Just a scheme. You know what I mean? To keep you busy, keep your mind busy. But what is the underplated is they using it to somehow make, if not black people enemy, the Hispanics enemy. You understand? Or the First Nation people enemy. He went on what? Kicking the so-called Mexicans out of America. They went and construct places to hold these Mexicans. You understand? Like they know what their people need. Their people need somebody they could look down at, look down to. Somebody who they could see as their enemy. You understand? Because without us, these white people will be unaliving each other in the streets right now. They would be doing it. But America found a way to make us the enemy between themselves. You understand? Until black people start waking up. And you'll see these white men go against each other. You'll see these white men, once this economy crash, you'll hear about suicide by rich white men who lost their money within the blink of an eye, lost all the money. And you'll hear about them committing suicide. You'll hear about them unaliving each other. You understand? And you, any more to that story?
No, that's it on that one, sir.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You anything else to bring on?
I think we too wild for tonight, sir.
Man, we too wild, sir. You know what I'm saying? Again, Tawada to all the brothers and sisters, man. Tawada to Commander General Yahanna,
for sure.
Captain Yatazaka and the brothers down there in Houston for an amazing Passover. You know, it was beautiful, man. Get down there and be able to see everybody. You know, it was a glorious opportunity for us to just remove ourselves from the world and just remember what the Lord did for us when he brought us out of Egypt as we prepared to be brought up out of this place. And, you know, it was just a glorious occasion to be able to see all of y'all in the flesh and face to face and talk to you. I know all of us had some time and some opportunities to be able to chop it up with brothers and sisters and to talk to one another. And it's, you know, we should thank the Most High for the opportunity to be able to gather and to be strengthened in our spirit and strengthened in our resolve, especially in this time that we're living in. And let's, you know, brothers getting back home, we're getting ready to get back to the work and starting to warm up again. I for sure miss going out to camp and blazing. You know what I'm saying? Lord allow, I'm going to be able to travel. So I want to come down to Carolina Cap, go out to camp with y'all down there. Because I'm going to come out there to 7th and 8th. Y'all can blaze on the devil right there, down there. So I might get my passport and get a stamp on it. I'll come down to church.
Might get passport. We'll wait to the sack.
You know what I'm saying? Wagwan. I'm going to come wagwan. You know what I'm saying? But it's an amazing thing, man. And especially in this time, the people are listening. They're hearing us. And so brothers should be preparing themselves for more soldiers, for more work, more responsibility. You sisters out there, prepare yourselves to, you know, bake more bread, to braid more hair, to make more garments. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to take everything that we're doing and he's going to magnify it. And it's going to be just like it was in the days of Egypt. When we was getting ready to leave about it there, they emptied out their coffers for us. We're going to see the same happen with these heathens in this time, man. And I just want to encourage brothers and sisters, if you aren't encouraged already, be encouraged to be who the Lord called you to be. You know what I'm saying? Maximize your efforts to become that perfect version of yourself so that when our King returns, we can all be found doing the work, prepared, and we can all, you know, do the thing that we desire to do, which is to get a seat on that chariot and to see, you know, the Lord bring judgment down on our enemies and reign in the kingdom that's to come. So like I said, that's all I got.
Hey, Tawada, Sakawa. You know what I mean? And Tawada to you Sawap also too on Kazakai Mad. I mean for holding on this, you know what I mean, show for Commander Yahanna. You know what I mean? And Meshaku was on also too. And a warrior. You understand? We'll be back here again next week again, same time, same channel. You know what I mean? To further enlighten Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? What's really taking place. You know what I mean? You don't need to listen to CNN or Fox News. You know what I mean? You come here and you get real news. You
Right.
understand? You know what I mean? Don't forget to pay your tithes.
That's
You
right.
understand? Pay your tithes. Because you see what time it is right now. You understand? It's getting real bad out there. Real bad. People need, you know what I mean, need to have, you know what I mean, an organization that what Commander General Yahanna is building. The hardest working man in Israel. And all these generals, you understand? All these captains and officers and sisters, you better pay your tithes.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? All right. And with that, you know what I mean? Shalom Israel.
Shalom Israel.
Shalom. Thumb.